2 years ago, I started using castor oil, and what happened next surprised me. My hair changed, my skin improved, even my eyebrows started growing faster. So today, I'm going to share something most people never talk about openly, what really happens after 2 years of consistently using castor oil. The good, the surprising, and honestly, a few things I stopped doing completely. Hi everyone, I'm Amy Brown. Welcome to my midlife lifestyle channel. This is my space where we talk about friendship, midlife, society, wellness, and Amazon shopping, of course. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you enjoy practical real life tips, make sure you subscribe before leaving. Now, 2 years ago, I started experimenting with something incredibly simple. Castor oil. At that time, I really had no idea something so simple would become part of my routine. But after using it consistently for 2 years, I've learned quite a lot, actually. Now, some things worked better than expected, and some things did not work like expected, and a few things I completely changed along the way. And during this journey, I wanted to share my honest 2-year castor oil experience with you. What I use it for, what changed, and a few surprising things I noticed. Before we get into the routine itself, people always ask me which brand I use. The one that I have used for 2 years is Heritage Store Organic Castor Oil that I buy on Amazon. It's cold pressed and hexane free, which is exactly what you want. I will put a link in it for you below, and if you're kind enough to buy it through that link, I do earn a small amount of money, but I'm sure you can find the same one easily. Now let's start with something interesting because I noticed it very quickly. My eyebrows actually started growing faster. When I first began using castor oil, I would put a tiny bit on my brows just before going to bed at night. At first, I loved the results. My eyebrows definitely started looking fuller, but after a while, something happened. They started growing a little too well. I was trimming them much more often. They were getting thicker quickly. So eventually I just stopped using it regularly on my eyebrows every single week. Now I might add a little occasionally, maybe once every month or two, just to keep them looking healthy, but I no longer use it consistently on my eyebrows. Apparently my eyebrows got the message. Now I know I have a friend that's watching this. She used castor oil on her eyebrows. It did nothing for her. So I know it doesn't hit everyone the same way. Now let's talk about hair care, because this is where things changed. I do still use castor oil on my hair regularly for conditioning, but I avoid putting it on my scalp. My scalp already produces natural oils, and adding castor oil there would just make everything greasy quickly, a real hot mess. So instead, I apply it mid-length down to the ends of my hair. I treat it like a conditioning oil. What I noticed pretty quickly though was my hair looking smoother overall. It felt softer and definitely less frizzy. But there's something interesting though. About a year ago, I stopped using castor oil on my hair for a few months unintentionally. Life got busy. I stopped thinking about putting it on my hair. I wasn't really sure it was doing that much. And after a couple of months, I started noticing something strange. My hair felt noticeably more dry. It looked frizzier, less smooth. Nothing dramatic, of course, but I noticed it. So about a year ago, I started using it consistently, and my hair quickly felt better again. So for me, the simple trick is just using a very small amount on my hair and avoiding the scalp completely. Now let's talk about something else that made a big difference for me: joint pain and inflammation relief. And honestly, this is probably why I keep castor oil in the house. I use it on my joints, like anything that feels sore or inflamed, knees, shoulders, elbows, definitely my hands. but my knees are the big one. So if you spend a lot of time walking, or if you spend time at Disney like we do here in Central Florida, you already understand this problem. Walking Disney parks all day easily can mean 20,000 steps or more. By the end of the day, your knees remind you immediately that you are not 20 anymore. So before a big Disney park day, I will literally slather castor oil all over both of my knees. I'm not kidding here. Sometimes before we even leave for home, sometimes again after we get back, and it really helps with the soreness and inflammation afterwards. It just knocks it down. It's really impressive. Castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, I just butchered that, which has anti-inflammatory properties. Now, I'm not saying this is a miracle cure, but for me personally, especially after long walking days, it is. Now let's talk about skin, because this is another place castor oil really shines. When I first started using it, I would apply castor oil head to toe after a shower while my skin was damp, and I actually still love doing that. But when your skin is damp, the oil spreads much more easily and your skin absorbs it beautifully. But I don't do this every single shower anymore like I did at the beginning. Now I rotate how I use it. Sometimes I only apply it to areas needing extra moisture. Other times I'll still do a full head to toe application, almost like a skin reset treatment. It feels like deep conditioning for your entire body. And something else worth mentioning that people rarely talk about, castor oil can be very helpful if you struggle with hemorrhoids. I don't know why I just did it. Hemorrhoids. Anyway, because of its anti-inflammatory properties and how moisturizing it is, it can be incredibly soothing down there. This is not exactly glamorous to discuss, but we keep things real. Here's something important that I learned pretty quickly. You do not need very much castor oil. Castor oil is extremely thick. Little truly does go a long way. If you apply too much, you will feel like you covered yourself in pancake syrup. So even when I apply it after a shower, head to toe, I still use a very small amount and spread it while the skin is damp. Now, after 2 years, do I think castor oil is some magical mystery cure-all? Of course not. Well, I'm not. But I do think it is one of those simple, affordable, amazing items that can quickly and quietly improve your routine. For me, it helps my hair, it keeps my skin hydrated, and gives my joints relief, especially after long Disney days. And the fact that one bottle can do all of that makes it surprisingly versatile. So that is my 2-year castor oil update. If you have tried castor oil, I would love hearing your experience. What worked well for you? What did not work at all? Please go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.